This is Blade Method Mindset, episode 30, with Corey Allen and me, Chris Trainer. Hello, Corey.
Hello, Chris.
Episode 30, what a milestone.
That's right, we're making our way through. Speaking of milestones, I don't know if that's a milestone, but your Instagram story yesterday of the beer mug.
Yeah.
Getting kicked, is that a milestone? No,
that's not a milestone.
That's not a milestone. Getting kicked out of a pub in Germany.
Well, I was already outside of it.
Is that a milestone of your life?
No,
it's not a milestone.
Definitely not. Well, yeah, so what you're referring to is last night, one of my buddies, a good friend that I grew up with, sent me a picture. He was at the Hopfer House in Munich. And 17 years ago, we were there together. The day after I graduated high school, me and a bunch of my friends flew to Europe and did 2 weeks, started in Rome, Florence, Venice, went into Switzerland, took the train to Paris, went to Normandy, walked on the beach, went to Belgium, Amsterdam, Germany, did the whole thing. And our last stop was in Germany, and one of the last 2 nights we went to the Hopfer House. So our second to last night we went there and had a good time. And then the last night we went there, or the first night we went there, everyone tried to get one of those mugs out, those big Hopfer House mugs that I posted on my story. And the reason we're talking about this is because so many people have commented on my story that they've been to the Hopfer House and also stole mugs. Not everyone, not an 18 delinquent Chris Trainer. Well-respected members of our gym have stolen mugs from the Hopfer House. So it's not just me, guys.
So it's like a thing. People always try to take the mugs out of there.
And so, but anyway, so some of us got some out the first night. I didn't get one, but the second night we were there, they stuck us in this back room. And the Hopfer House, if you guys don't know, it's a massive beer garden, indoors and outdoors, and it has those long wooden tables, and it has rooms in it where guys, 80-year-old men with long beards are drinking out of steins, and they stuck us in this back room, and there was these 2 big wooden doors that led outside. And throughout the night, I'd open the doors and stuff mugs in the bushes. And so I was stuffing them back there, and when it was time to go, I went around the side of the building and had some gift bags from the gift shop, and then filled them up. And all the umbrellas were pushed up against the, from the night, from the patio. They were all taken down and pushed up against the fence. 50 of them, 50 tables with umbrellas. And I unscrewed one of the umbrellas.
Because you needed one of those,
those massive patio umbrellas with the big HB for the Hopfer House on it. And, because I needed one of those. I was going to get that on the plane.
I was going to say, how are you going to get that home?
And I'm 18, fresh out of high school, and I take the umbrella and I throw it over my shoulder, and I've got the 2 gift bags with 8 mugs of those big old mugs, the biggest mugs, drinking mugs you can get that humans drink out of. And I walk right past the front door, and it's a huge place, and I get across the street, and I all of a sudden just get decked in the back of the head, railed, and I don't know if I dropped them, but whatever, I know I dropped the umbrella, and I get picked up against the building across the street by 3 Germans in earpieces and suits, big old German boys yelling at me, and I'm yelling at them, and they take all their stuff, clean up everything, get it all back, and my buddy and I proceed to go back to the Hopfer House to get it back. We paid for it, obviously I didn't pay for the umbrella, but blah, blah, blah. And that's when they said that I was banned for life and could never come back.
Do you think they have like a picture of you?
Great representation of the United States of America and our youth.
18-year-old kids showing up stealing mugs.
But it was a wild trip. Definitely 2 of the best weeks of my life. I mean, we did some incredible things on that trip. Not a great way to end it. But, we had like 2 hours of sleep a night for 2 weeks. And
so he didn't get banned, though, obviously, because he was back in.
Who's that?
Your buddy.
No, Matt, he had nothing to do with that. No. And so, yeah. He was back. And I could go there now. There's no way they know.
You walk in the door like, you, sir.
Yeah. They've been looking for me for 17 years.
What are you talking talking about, man?
No, I guarantee you, I'm not the only idiot that's done something stupid at that
like
place.
that.
But
I'm sure.
So that's what that story was about, and there's probably 15 or 16 more stories from that trip. But yeah,
we'll get into another time when something brings it up like that. That's funny.
Yeah. All right.
Well then, now that we got that out of the way, some gym happenings.
Yeah.
Some maybe equally exciting. Maybe actually not quite exciting. But
Yeah, we just want to recap briefly the Masters qualifier because that's over, and just so everyone can get an update on what happened, we got 6 Masters in the top 200 in the world in each respective age group, and we have those finishings. Nancy at 50 plus, or 50 to 54, finished 106th in the world. Mark Hackett. Fitman Mark.
Every time I read it, I think it's like Hatchet.
Yeah, it's tough. HACHQET. So
there's a lot of stuff in there.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Finished 51st at 60 plus. He's 65 years old. Bev 60 to 60 plus females finished 43rd. I finished 61st, 35 to 39. Gaina did an outstanding job. Finished 26th in the world. She's just right outside that top, a few reps here, a few reps there. When you're between 26th and 10th, it's like a minute, accumulative time, a few reps here, a few reps there, just right out of it. And then Lon finished 13th. Obviously, if you listen to our past episodes, and what we've been training for years was for Lon to go to the CrossFit Games this year, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Unfortunately, Lon tore his calf the Tuesday. It's something he's been dealing with for years.
Yeah.
And we've dealt with it. He had it like this at the Granite Games a couple years ago. I think still ended up getting second or third at the Granite Games that year when he was doing double unders on one leg. And unfortunately, he was out on a run on Tuesday on the workout and felt it, and we saved the double under workout for last. Did the deadlifts, did the overhead squats, got 5 double unders in, felt it go. Couldn't continue the workout. That was on Sunday. Did everything he could. Got tons of treatment on Monday.
Yeah.
Everything he saw everybody and got it taped up and treated. And Dr. Sarah and Liz gave him like a anti-inflammatory shot in there to try to get it calmed down.
Got a needle, got it worked on.
Tried to jump on one foot.
Did the double unders on one foot.
And then when you got tired, that wasn't working. And just gutted his way through the workout. It was really hard to watch.
Yeah.
Because he was basically in tears, screaming in pain basically the whole time, and got it done a lot slower than he would have done it had he been healthy. That was probably his best workout that he could have done because he's so good at overhead squats. Probably did it about 4 minutes slower than he would have done it had he been healthy. But the double unders took him so long to get through, and that kind of knocked him out of it.
Yeah,
he does that workout in the time he should have done. He's at the games, no problem with his other workouts. I mean, even finishing 13th with a torn calf is remarkable. But it's just a bummer.
Yeah.
And we're all sad for Lon. I'm sad for myself. I'm sad for you. It's just a sad situation, but Lon's taking it great and he's got a good attitude about it. And it's, this is just one mishap, and get healthy and give her a go again in October.
Yeah, that was his biggest. It was like, well, at least I don't have to wait a whole nother year, And that's always the thing is like you do all the work, you go through the open, and it's like, I have to do this for an entire year to try to test it again. Mm-hmm. So now, luckily, we're at a time where he gets to do it again in October. So not too far out, going to keep him healthy and kind of do something to actually get his calf fixed, and it's got a little more with his ankle and stuff like that. So we'll get that fixed so it hopefully doesn't happen anymore to him.
It stems from a broken ankle, and the ligaments pulling on it.
My dad was a semi-professional softball player, or so he thought, for a lot of years. Out of all the injuries that he's had, 99.9% of them have come from playing a very low level of men's league softball.
Yeah, jerseys.
just because he doesn't know how to just go out and play a sport. Like, he has to go all the way all the time. So we got broken thumbs, broken ankles, broken fingers.
Yeah, that's the reason he can't hook grip the bar.
Yeah, that's why he can't hold onto a bar.
On one side, he still hooks grip on the other side.
Yeah, he can't hook grip on one side.
Lon would have been a 3-time CrossFit Games champion had he never played softball.
Yeah, exactly, right? If he never would have got into softball with all these dang injuries, he's banned from playing now. Steph won't let him play anymore. Anytime it gets brought up, she goes, "You are not playing softball."
Yeah, me too. And, in 13th place, you don't want to say it's over, but we also aren't keeping our fingers crossed like we've moved on. If for some reason there was some video things that happened or some drug testing or whatever it is, if something happened and he happened to get in, that'd be cool. I believe he should be there. I believe that if he did go, he'd be on that podium. He does much better in actual competition than it's not in the gym. When he's head to head with guys and there's other events that aren't 10-minute AMRAPs inside the gym, he does much better. So who knows? But I will say this. I follow closely what's happening with CrossFit in the games this year. It doesn't look like it's going to be televised this year. It just hasn't worked out to where a company has come to the forefront and gotten that and taken care of it. So this is the best year to not be at the games because it's kind of a transition before the big company comes in and starts televising and getting the games back on a large-scale media track. So
hopefully it's a blessing, and his trip, he goes, no one watches, so it will go in October. He'll be healthy, he'll clean up, we'll be good.
Yeah. So, and then it was just a great experience. For me, it was a really emotional and exhausting weekend. Not only doing the workouts myself, but making sure all the other masters gave it their best go and could do the best they could. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of what I really, really love to do, and it was good. So
yeah, it was a blast in the gym. It was fun to have everyone in there. I mean, stressful. It's a lot going on at all times in the gym with videos and everyone trying to work out and where to place and people to get set up and stuff like that. But it was a good experience for, I think, a lot of those people that hadn't had it before. So definitely good. A lot of growth came from it. So we will see. Be ready for October.
Absolutely. And while we're on that, I just want to briefly touch on the Masters weightlifting and youth weightlifting and regular state championship weightlifting. So in August, we have a barbell club. It's growing and growing. It's getting better and better. You're now a lead coach in that and coaching it multiple times a week. Mm-hmm. And it's August 17th, 24th. No, it's August 10th, 17th, and 24th. So there's the regular state championships, 18 to 34.
On the 10th.
And then there's the youth, which we're hosting at Blade on the 17th, and then the Masters on the 24th. What is Claire watching?
Claire's staring in here just to see if we get it wrong.
Is that right?
No, she gave us a thumbs up and a smile, so I think that's right.
Awesome. So that's going to be cool because not only are we hosting one of them, but it's separated into youth, masters, and regular, which has never been done in Arizona before. And it's really hoping to expand that weightlifting scene in Arizona. And we want to have tons of kids participating. When we host, we'll have, I hope, at least 10 youth going, 8 to 10 somewhere in there.
I'm sure we
from
will.
Our gym alone. Yeah. And then we've got the Masters coming up, which a lot of our Masters are going to get their first weightlifting meet in there at the state championship. Like Jaylene this morning solidified that she wants to do the weightlifting. She's been in CrossFit for 6 years, know, and now she wants to go to nationals, as a weightlifter at 45 years old, which awesome. Just fires me up. Jan and Carrie and some of our outliers that are in CrossFit doing a little bit of barbell club, but really have never done a weightlifting meet or getting ready to do that. So, and obviously want normal, but we don't have a ton of normal, 18 to 34 weightlifters.
No, not
that will be going unless you want to do it. Yeah. Yeah, right.
No, probably not.
So that's going to be cool. So we're really focusing on that youth and masters because that's kind of what our demographic is. So guys, if that piques your interest at all and would like to do barbell club running up to that, do it over the summer and see how you like it and get ready for that meet. That'd be a lot of fun. And then also your kids, we're seeing some amazing results from our kids.
Oh, it's crazy how strong they're getting. So.
And they're going to get better at their sport from doing Olympic weightlifting. So just wanted to throw that out there before we get into the meat of the episode.
Yeah, we got some bro tips.
Some bro tips, which are also some girl tips.
For the ladies.
You could really rhyme that.
Yeah, but we're not going to. So we have some bros and lady tips.
Yeah. What? Sister?
Some bros and sister tips.
Yeah, and we call it bro tips because Corey and I are bros, and really a lot of this has to do with guys.
Yeah.
I mean, girls are just naturally not or way better at doing
everything.
doing these things, not doing these things.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've had requests from some of our veteran members for this to kind of be brought back to the forefront for people that are veterans but also newer, and just it's good to go over. And guys, this isn't meant to single you out or be to make you feel bad. This is supposed to be good fun, but also remind you that we live in a society that we want to have some etiquette. And so we're going to go over that stuff right now, and hopefully you can not feel bad about yourself and just know that I've done some of the stuff on this list. Corey's done some of the stuff on this list, and we want to be mindful of it every day that we come into the gym.
Definitely. So we got 10, right? We got 10.
We got 10. 10 bro tips. Yeah.
It's on the back.
It's on the back.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 bro tips or gym etiquette tips.
And these are in no particular order.
No.
So the first one is, bro, hold up a second. And that is, don't walk in front of people about to take an Olympic lift. Yeah. And similarly, don't stand in front and stare at someone about to take a lift. Be aware of your surroundings. So I think the most common time that we see this happening is like at 4:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m., 5:30 p.m. on Wednesdays when there's 25 people in class and there's another 25 people coming into class, and there's people right up front lifting, and it's at the end of class, and we've been doing a lot of metabolic strength training lately, and people are taking big lifts at the end of these workouts. And someone just moseying along, standing right in front, they walk right through the door, and then Amy's about ready to take a max lift, snatch, and the person just walks right in front of
stands right in front of her,
or doesn't stop, doesn't even realize that what's happening.
Like if you see everyone in the gym stopping and staring at somebody setting up on a bar about to take a lift, you probably don't want to be right in front of them. Just wait a minute and let them just ride that lift out and then walk past them.
Exactly. But I think when people recognize that, they do that. Yeah. But most people just aren't. They're like on a mission.
Yeah, gotta get in the locker room.
Gotta get changed. But it's Wednesday. You should have looked at the workout and know what's happening.
Yeah.
It's, 4:22. I'm probably walking in there, just to know, like, hey, get your head on a swivel, look, see what's happening. No one's taking a lift. Okay, I'm going through.
Yeah.
Because it's something that, like, when I'm lifting and in my zone, I don't like it when people walk right in front of me. Yeah. So I'm an idiot about it. But, like, it's a safety thing as well.
Yeah.
When someone's taking a big explosive max lift and if someone walks in front of them and they miss, it could cause some problems. So.
And in that same sense, even if you're in class with people, like, we have busy classes. There's a lot of barbells lined up. Everybody has room to lift. We don't ever stack people on top of each other. They're during a class. But if like you've been doing the class for the past 25 minutes, that someone's right behind you still snatching, don't make a lift. And if you miss it, you step backwards 10 steps. Like, that someone's back there. Just kind of be mindful of that you're not walking right up to somebody who's taking their lift. Like, just know your surroundings.
Yeah, so those are Olympic lifting days, guys. Know your surroundings. Pay attention. Bro, hold up a second.
Yeah. I'm going to do this one because this is probably my big one.
Okay.
Number 2, don't assume that... bro. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Well, because you there's 2 bros. Bro, don't assume that someone is going to use your piece of equipment in the next class and just leave it out. Put your equipment away, then also put it away where you got it. So that goes for, like, I used the 70-pound kettlebell on Tuesday in class. I'm sure that someone else is going to use that prescribed 70-pound kettlebell, but I'm not going to leave it out on the floor in thoughts that someone else is going to come up and grab it, like, just because that's the weight that's used. And that goes for a box as well.
That's a box. That's an ab mat. That's
anything that you use, like when you got to class, you went and took it out of its spot that it belonged, just put it back. Just for the most part, that sometimes if it's left out there, even if you think you're doing someone a favor by leaving it out there for them or something like that, when we're warming up classes, like, it's just stuff in the way. Let's just get it all put away so that the next class can bring it out, and then they'll put it back also.
Exactly. And I do the, like, you want to use this bar?
Yeah.
Like, we all know that
It's easy to do.
It's easy. Well, it's easy because you don't want to put the stuff away.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're coming to squat. You want this bar and these plates? Okay, cool.
You coming about 4 o'clock today? I'm leaving the same place.
Yeah. But you're not texting your homeboy like, "Hey, I'm going 4:30. You're going 5:30. I'm gonna leave my kettlebell out for you." That's not what's happening. It's like
you're just leaving it and thinking that someone's gonna grab it.
Yeah. So it's easier to leave it out than carry the 70-pounder away.
Yeah.
But that's not what we do.
And it may be fine that you did it in 3:30 and someone uses it in 4:30 and then someone uses it in 5:30, but then there's not as many people at 6:30, and then that crew ends up having to put away almost everyone's stuff from the entire day, and that's not what we want, right? We want them to take the pieces out just like you had to and put them back. It's not their job as just because they're the 6:30 crew that they have to clean up, So
the caveat to that would be unless the coach tells you to put all the dumbbells
in one
around
spot.
the pool or all the
Exactly.
boxes just for logistics and timing.
Yeah.
But when it's a normal workout and there's time to put it away, put it away.
Yeah. We'd appreciate it, and everyone else would too.
Bro, wipe that sweat up. So, whether it's your handstand push-up mat, your ab mat, your kettlebell, your dumbbell, barbell, wipe the sweat down when you're done.
Please.
Yeah. And guess what? Some people sweat a lot. Some people don't sweat very much. But if you do sweat and you drip it on a piece of equipment, be kind and wipe it up. Just grab a wipe and wipe that sucker down.
And maybe the area that you're working out in, so there's not dribbles of sweat. If you leave a puddle, just wipe that puddle up for us. We appreciate that.
Don't wipe it with your dirty shoe. Like the LaFran beard.
Like all the Fran boys.
Yeah.
Ryan and Ash were doing shared handstand push-ups on the same ab mat, or the same mat one time, and Ryan sweats a lot, if you didn't know, but Ryan leaves a puddle there, and he goes, "Oh, sorry, Ash," and he puts his foot down and swipes it with his foot, and then there's just this black mucky stuff, and Ash is just bouncing her hair off of it. I was like,
the slight look on Ashley's face, because this was an Ashley that was
just
a lot newer.
Yeah.
I think this was like 2016 or
2017, very beginning
2017. She's partnering with Ryan and just getting drenched.
Just wham, wham. And you can tell she was just so disgusted, but she was too new to say, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah. And so most guys are the ones that are going to be sweating all over the place, and the girls are too sweet to say anything. So bros, wipe that sweat up.
Like Schwartzy, he wins the sweat squeegee award, whatever that is. He always brings a towel to class.
Oh, yeah.
And wipes up after him. I mean, he sweats a lot, so he needs that towel.
Yeah.
And then your equipment, guys. Like just because you don't leave blood on an equipment, that's not the only reason to wipe down a barbell.
But if you do leave blood on that equipment,
then definitely
wipe that up, or on the bar or wherever
the
it
rig
is.
or something like that. Yeah. Wipe it on down for us, please. Sweet. You want this one? You want me to take this one, bro? That was, you owe me. Sign up for class. Our coaches watch to see who's going to be signed up so that we can properly staff and plan our sessions. The guy that never signs up for class is usually the guy that is going to quit. Take responsibility and sign up. So that's signing up to class before the 5-minute mark of class starting, so that we know how many people are coming to class. Your coach can know if we need an assistant coach, if we're going to staff 2 coaches, stuff like that is important for us to do our job. We would really appreciate it if you guys would help us out with that. Yeah. It's a big deal.
Exactly. So, people might not think, well, just have 2 coaches there. Well, no, if there's only 8 people in class, 1 coach is enough, and that's financially irresponsible. It doesn't make sense for the gym, and it costs the gym a lot of money over time to pay coaches to be there that don't need to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, that's just being respectful of the coach, the gym, your classmates, so that everybody can get the right coaching. And if 8 people are signed up and then 15 show up, generally we'll have a coach there that can step in. But if someone was only going to be there if they saw what was going to be signed up and they're not there, then that causes problems. And it's not signing in when you get to the gym, and it's not pushing it 3 minutes before you get there, even though we know that sometimes that happens. Guys, sometimes it happens, we know that. But guess what? Patrick Stimmel's been at the gym for 6+ years, almost 7 years. He signed up for the entire month. Yeah. Why? Because he's consistent and he knows he's going to be there every day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if he's not coming, and he knows he's not coming, he cancels.
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen it with hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
The people that don't do it just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's not anything in your life that you're busier than other people. It's just you don't want to do it.
Don't want to take the time
You know,
to do it.
and it's
because you think we're going to be there. It doesn't matter. Like, it's fine. But from a coaching standpoint, like if you're an assistant coach for a 5 a.m. class, you go to bed at night and there's only 4 people signed up for that class. Like you aren't going to work in the morning. So we want to make sure that we're staffed for the 15 people that show up. So sign up to class so you know that we have to set an alarm and wake up at 4 a.m. to get to work. Like,
exactly.
You know, it's a big thing for us as coaches as well.
Yeah. Exactly. And there was one more thing I was going to say about that. Oh, yeah. So when I wrote down the guy that doesn't sign up, like if you can't get on that schedule of signing up for class, then you're not going to make it. So it's not only like in the beginning, you know, no one's been at the gym for 4 years and doesn't sign up for class anymore.
Right.
You know, like if you're in that first 6 months of CrossFit, and you're just not getting on the sign up and the consistency level, you're never going to do it. It's part of that thing to committing to the lifestyle that you want to have. And committing and getting to your best life means that you're going to responsibly sign up for class and commit to being there. And when you can't commit to signing up for a class, you can't commit to your class time, you're not going to commit to yourself, you're going to end up stopping. So it's a part of you staying with it and getting to where you want to be and making it over that 6-month mark so that you're not quitting and going back to your old ways. Boom.
Done.
Bro, don't be a jerk. Yeah.
Yes. We can all agree, don't be a jerk.
And in Blade, you know, the jerks weed themselves out.
Yeah, we don't really have any jerks to stay around.
You know, if they start and they're a jerk, then usually by a few months in, then they're out of there. They just don't survive because that's not the kind of community you have. But it goes beyond just being a straight up jerk. But it means, you know, if you don't know someone, take 5 minutes and get to know that person a little bit better.
Yeah.
Having a 5-minute conversation with somebody that is, you know, maybe a classmate that you've never talked to before, and just getting to know them a little bit better. What school do they go to? Where do they work? How many kids do they have? Where do they live? Stuff like that. It just makes you feel good to get to know people a little bit better like that. So instead of, you know, just standing there and being by yourself, people like, well, I'm an introvert. Well, I understand that, you know, and that can be a little bit tougher, but it'll still make you feel good. If you can make yourself get out of that comfort zone and go out and just chat with somebody, and they might have something to tell you that's going to make them feel really good about themselves, or make them get something off their chest, or just feel like they gained a friend. And it could be very powerful. So
exactly. Yeah. Don't be a jerk. Yeah. Go talk to people. Bro, don't drop the 10s.
Don't commit tennicide.
Yeah, guys. So this just goes plates, right? So plates cost money. They're expensive. 10-pound plates break. Don't drop all the time. Like you see us going through them all the time. It's like, oh, another one bites the dust. And dropping them escalates that process a lot faster. So don't drop them. Set them down.
Yeah, and that means dropping it from overhead, like throwing the barbell.
Yeah.
And so a 45-pound barbell is impacting 20 pounds of plastic or rubber, you know, and they're breaking. And it's like, okay, well, that's what you're there for. That's what you're paying for. We understand that, but it's just a little bit of a respect thing. Like they shouldn't be thrown down on the ground.
From over
Sometimes
your head.
it's unavoidable.
Yeah, exactly. Don't hurt yourself because you're trying to hold on to a bar instead of letting it drop because you think you're going to get yelled at. Like, that's not the case.
Yeah.
But, you know, warming up, when you know that you're going to be snatching 135 and you're warming up a snatch and you have 65 pounds on the bar and you just let it ride from over your head, like, you don't need to do that. Yeah. Just set it back down on the floor.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about. Just blatant disrespect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With that.
When you know, Nash is 115 pounds and she's snatching in a workout and doing the thing, like, you can drop the bar.
Yeah, drop that. Like,
that's fine. Like, that's part of your workout. But we're talking about just
just
ghost riding a barbell when you have no business doing
exactly. Like, you clearly can touch and go that. Just set it back to the floor and save our 10s. So, like, a good rule on that, guys, is obviously if the weight's way more than the barbell, it's not going to break them as easily. Mm-hmm. So that'll let them come back down. And with that also, because we didn't really add it, but I want to add it in right here, do not drop an empty barbell.
Yeah.
And that means from anywhere above setting it onto the floor. Like, I think people think that don't drop an empty bar sometimes means, like, don't let it go from your waist onto the ground or from your, like, not even from your shin. Just set the bars down onto the ground.
Because they do break.
Those break. And that's even worse than breaking a plate.
Yeah. And then we have awesome, maintenance, and we do maintenance on them. And Anthony does a really good job with that. But at the same time, like,
just set them down.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people just don't know that, I think. Like, if they're newer and they're in a barbell class, but I mean, pretty much anyone that's been in a gym for a while can hear a shriek when someone drops an empty barbell. So just set those things down for us.
And if you watch YouTube and you watch the Chinese Olympic lifting team, but guess what? Those are $2,000 bars that won't break.
Yeah.
So it's hilarious to watch. I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing?
I mean, they straight take a bar from their shoulders and just let it drop behind them to the floor. Ugh. Yeah. No respect.
None.
Yeah. So. All right. Bro, pay attention at the whiteboard. So, this is just... I think it's something that we talk about quite a bit.
Yeah.
But, we want to be as clear and concise at the whiteboard as possible, but also as fast and not get you bored, and not be super redundant. Some people have been going for years and know exactly what to do, but some people are brand new. So you gotta find that, balance. So a lot of people just think, oh, I've been here, I know what the workout is, I don't have to pay attention. Coach does 5 minutes at the whiteboard, does a super thorough job going over everything, and then we break from the whiteboard and literally get asked daily.
Yeah.
What was I supposed to do this? Well, it was,
how many pull-ups is it, or how many? It's like
it was covered.
Yeah, that was just said like 4.5 seconds ago.
Yeah. So the whiteboard is where learning and coaching takes place, and it's a super important part of your day. And so we want you guys to pay attention at the whiteboard and not just sit there and space out or talk.
Yeah.
And, we understand that, like, on a partner Friday, you and your partner are talking about reps, but just do that either before the whiteboard or after the whiteboard, because it's distracting for your classmates, it's distracting for the coach, and it'll just be there. And I know there's a lot of people that are listening to this right now like, oh, he's talking about me. Yeah, well,
probably, maybe, like, it could be.
Yeah, and it's just one of them things.
Yeah, like,
still love you.
We still love you.
But we're just bringing out the etiquette for you.
We would just like it if you'd pay a little bit more attention. And that also goes with just the fact of being at the whiteboard. Like, we get life happens, and you can't get to the gym on time every day, and people arriving a little bit late sometimes. But the whiteboard is a super important place for someone to be, especially if they're newer to class. Like, if you're a newer member, like, that's a good time that you're learning the movements. We're going over standards. We're going over what you should look like during the workout, what we want out of the workout. Missing that, not the best thing when you still don't really have an idea of what's going on. So if you're going to be a little late, maybe just hang out and mobilize and hit that next class so you can get that entire whiteboard session in. Mm-hmm. That would just be a little tip.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever let anyone take a class that's missed the whiteboard session.
Well, sometimes they come in mid-whiteboard and it's like...
Yeah, I mean, unavoidable. If they're veterans and that sometimes happens.
Yeah. There's been a couple times I'm like, are you taking, so you're just going to do the next class then? Okay, all right, well, we'll see you next class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, bro, check your ego at the door.
For real.
Check.
I wrote that one for myself.
Ego at the door. Not really your ego. Did you think anyone was going to beat you in that workout yesterday? When you had to buy that for Cliff?
No.
Not even.
Well, okay, so so I do the 3:30 class, and Arna and Rob Davies and Cliff and Keith are in that class. There's like 12 of us, 13 of us, but those are the only guys. And I was on the bike because
there's too many people.
Everyone filled up all the rowers, so there's 14 of us. And I yell over my shoulder in like the second round. I was like, "Any of you boys beat me, I'm gonna buy you a fit aid." And like they got excited, And then I remembered Arno is right behind me. Yeah. I was like, "Dang it!" Except for Arna, he's biking. But so I was like, whatever. And so. We're going, and like Rob's like, "Oh, Cliff, Chris, he really wants that fit aid," and I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm holding 22 cows on both pieces of equipment the entire time. Yeah. Like, and which was harder than I wanted to go. I didn't want to go that hard. Like I wanted to treat it more like an active recovery session. But when a fit aid's on the line, plus my ego,
right?
It's like, all right. And then so we get done, and I'm like, what'd you get? Here he goes, what'd you get? I was like, 330.
Yeah.
That's good. That's fine. I'm 5'7", 165 pounds. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
And he was like, 355.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Wait, hold on. Who verified that?
Yeah. He's like, you got anyone seen that?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. 'Cause he said, he goes, I was hitting 26 cows on the rower every time or something like that. So,
which was awesome. I was like, that a boy, Cliff, because
pay up.
Hey, if that's gonna motivate him to go that hard, I'm down with that.
I'll get that.
I'll buy him a fit aid, and I got out my wallet, put cash in the cash box. It was like, hey, this one's on me, bro. You got me.
Yeah. But with that, so ego at the door, and for the most part, like we've said a couple times, this is usually a middle-aged white dude that we have to tell this.
So this is more like newer people.
Yeah, the weights are prescribed, and the movement is prescribed for a certain reason, for a certain desired stimulus, for a time domain, for a workout window. Like it's not just thrown up there because it sounds good and anyone should try it. Like there is a certain point that you should be at to do those movements. And if you're not there yet, that's fine, but you need to allow yourself to not be there yet.
In which we could go back and listen to the episode of Why We RX in Scale.
Yeah.
That we did several episodes back, which would be a good one to listen to get more information on that. But at the same time, like people come in and they're like, oh, it's not the way I could do it, but you can't do it because you're not doing it correctly.
Yeah.
So you don't know more than me. I know a lot more than you do. And if I'm telling you to do this, then that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And don't give me grief about it. Have fun, high five somebody, and get a good workout because that's what's going to get you fit. But people that are stubborn about it and don't want to change and don't want to listen to their coach, they're not going to make it either.
Yeah.
So
and they're going to
check your ego
not
at the
doing
door.
anything.
If you can't check your ego at the door, you ain't going to make it because CrossFit's going to humble you for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
that's why we love this sport, is because it constantly humbles you. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be things that you are constantly striving to get better at and that put you in the ground and boom, it starts back over.
Yeah.
Just like the Masters qualifier. Like, it's like, okay, there's 60 other people in the world that are fitter than me, 35 to 39. As fit as I think I am,
there's 60 people fitter. Yeah.
And so it's like, check your ego.
So don't let it happen. Don't let it happen.
And again, I know, ladies, we're speaking mostly to the bros here, but there's also
some. No, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. It's not the weight. Yeah, that is a good one. It's not the weight. Well, what? Yeah, it is because you can't do it. So let's just taper it on down.
Yeah.
So,
Number 9,
bro,
squat all the way down. Achieve full range of motion in whatever you're doing, whether that's a shoulder to overhead, a squat on a wall ball, or a squat on a back squat, a kettlebell swing, whatever that is. Achieve full range of motion. And like, it's, when you're trying to go fast and you're trying to go hard and you're blacking out, sometimes that full range of motion hits a gray area and gets questionable. Blurry. And we understand that. But when you're not tired and you're not blacking out and you're not meeting full range of motion and it's just the beginning because you don't feel like achieving full range of motion, then that's where you're just doing yourself a disservice because you're not going to achieve the fitness that we want for you.
Right. Or when we see you do a perfectly good air squat and a perfectly good 95-pound back squat, and then you try to go to 155 pounds and you don't go below parallel. I know that you can squat because I've watched you do it 5 times now. Now it's just the weight, and you can't do it if you do too heavy. So back the weight down, and let's just do full range of motion squats.
Exactly.
Right?
And what did Claire say when we were briefing Claire on all these?
Keep it lighter
and lower than hevier and higher.
Lighter and lower is better than heavier and higher.
Boom. Words to live by right there.
Words to live by.
You're going to get fitter and stronger if you achieve full range of motion at a lighter load than cheating range of motion at a heavier load. Yeah. Straight up. And that
you'll be healthier for it.
Yeah, exactly. Move your life through a full range of motion.
Boom. Number 10. Numero 10.
Bro. Bro, don't cheat. Yeah, we tried to sync that.
We were syncing that one. It didn't work.
And Corey forgot the bro.
Yeah, I forgot the bro. Don't cheat.
Don't cheat.
Just nobody really.
This is the thing that everybody knows at the gym. If you're not
doing all your
reps,
yeah.
And if you're skipping out on something, like your coaches know, the people you're working out with know, and it's just
the last thing you want to do is be the person that everyone says that person cheats.
Yeah,
like you don't want to be that person. So just do all the reps, and if you come in second instead of third, or first instead of that's off. Third instead of second, like that's just the way that it is, or fifth instead of fourth, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and not even people at the top of the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Like, who cares where you're at on the whiteboard? Like, you might just not feel like doing part of the workout because it's hard. But guess what? The last couple reps of a set are where fitness happens.
Yeah.
Those hardest reps to get to finish that round, that's where fitness happens. By cheating those reps in the last couple ones that are so hard, and you justify it in your mind like, oh, it's just 1 or 2 reps.
I might have done an extra one somewhere.
It's okay because it's only this, and I did so much already. I'll just miss those. But those are the hardest reps.
Yeah.
So by missing those, you're missing out on a whole lot of fitness that could be eaten up.
Yeah, exactly.
On a platter.
Leaving it on the
that's
table.
where that's where your body responds to, where adaptation takes place, where muscle further breaks down, where oxygen further needs to be uptake. So it's like, not only cheating the workout and your fellow classmates, but you're ultimately cheating yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what, can be detrimental to your fitness career, because why am I not getting fitter? Well, because you're not doing the workouts.
Yeah, you're not doing all the reps that you're supposed to be doing.
And we're not talking about like a Melissa Dewar that her first year at CrossFit, she would just, instead of turning around at the 400, just run back in the door, and make up her own workout, and be like, oh, I could. Yeah. That's what I think a lap was good. Like, we're not talking about that. Like, she blatantly knew she wasn't doing what she was going to do, and it was like, okay, well, at least she, she's knows this.
She's going out.
She's trying, and look at her today. Mr. 8:30, and then came in on an afternoon class, commitment. And that's like, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about you being absolutely brand new and just not physically capable of finishing a round. We're talking about, you knowingly in your head, in your heart, in your mind that, hey, I'm shaving these reps because I just don't. I don't want to do them.
13.
Yeah, exactly. And that's we hate bringing that up, and it's a touchy subject, but it's bringing all this stuff up, guys, and getting everybody on the same page is what builds strong community.
Yeah, exactly.
And makes us the best gym in the world, which we are and we want to be. So if we have people that aren't doing all, these things, and we have chaos and there's no structure, then it doesn't make us the best. And we want to be the best,
And, we want to address it so that, no one else has to.
Exactly.
It wants to be said now so people know that that's the way that it should be. Maybe you're a little bit more conscious of it next time, and you think twice about maybe not doing some of these things.
Yeah. So I'll just run through them real quick. Bro, hold up a second. Don't walk in front of someone when they lift. Bro, don't put your equipment away. Bro, wipe your sweat up. Bro, sign up for class. Bro, don't be a jerk. Bro, don't drop the 10s. Dude, don't space out at the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Bro, check your ego at the door. Bro, squat all the way down. Bro, don't cheat. All right? And that's our 10 bro tips.
Did you just need a dude in there?
I needed a dude.
There's too many bros needed a dude.
Way too many.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Those are the 10 tips for success.
Yeah. So I wanted to just touch up on some healthy habit stuff because it's been a while, several episodes since we touched up on our healthy habits. So checking in with you because you're my man, and I want to make sure that you're living your best life. So
living my best life.
How's the water intake coming?
Water intake is good. Slam an entire shaker bottle before I do anything else.
Awesome. An entire shaker bottle.
Yeah, this thing right here.
You're not halving it.
No, half it. No, full thing. What is this?
24 ounces.
24 ounces. Boom.
Yeah.
Down the drain.
Yeah. All right. How's your reading coming?
You know what? Reading's not going great right now. It'll get better though. I mean, I've been spending most of my days at the gym and my nights with Julia, so
Yeah.
she's leaving in 3 weeks, and I'll have more time to read a little bit then. So let's try to get as much quality time as I can in before that happens.
Chapter a day.
Chapter a
About
day.
10
Yep,
minutes.
yep, we'll find it. Are you still cold showering?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which sucks, though, because cold showers are going away. In the morning, it's still okay right now, but, like, nighttime, it's hard to get real cold.
Yeah.
There's still a little bit of coldness to it. But, like, I'm going to be really upset when the cold showers are gone. Like, yesterday after I swam, I steamed, and then at the community center, I can get a cold shower there. But then I hit the hot tub late last night and then wanted a cold shower after, and it just didn't get super cold.
Not cold anymore.
But 2 heat to cold sessions a day, at least 1 a day is what I try for. Sometimes don't even get that in, but yeah, it's going, of course. And in July, it's just not going to be happening. But Jan, who lives in Fireside as well, Jan Brown, got a freezer and is filling up the freezer with water, and she's got it at like 50 degrees.
Really?
She said I can stop by any time and just hop in there.
Oh my gosh! See, we had that one. Who did we give it to?
Ben
has it, that freezer.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been nice. Because that would be the easiest thing. The hose is in the back. Just fill it up with the hose in the back. Hop in.
Yeah,
that would be sweet.
Yeah, we'd have some people washing in there when we're not there, so we'd have to figure out what to do there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so, the cold showers, can't wait, or they're going to be gone soon, so I got to get them in while I can. What about apple cider vinegar?
Still haven't, I haven't tried that. I decided I didn't need to make that a healthy habit.
Decided, huh?
I decided that it's not going to be one of my healthy habits.
Well, since we originally started that, like, Claire's done it forever, and she's told me to do it, but you know how that goes. So I did a lot more research on it, and
I'm sure it's great for you.
And really, really good stuff. So some like irrefutable data has been gained from the benefits of apple cider vinegar for gut health and for fat oxidation and all kinds of different things. So I'm on the apple cider vinegar train.
Yeah.
I'm out right now. I got to get some more.
You just do a shot in the morning. Like how much do you take down?
Yeah, a shot in the morning.
Like a shot glass? Like what's it?
A little bit. It doesn't break the fast. I did too much one time. I poured it in like this little what are those? It was like a little glass from one of the wine cellars wineries up north. So it was like that, and I filled up like that much and took it down, and it made my stomach hurt.
That was too much?
That was way too much.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm on that, and walking in the grass, which is very therapeutic. I'm telling you what, walking in that grass and doing a little bit of breathing and meditation in the morning, looking up at the sun and just remembering how blessed you are, that's really, really good. So, yeah. All right.
Well, I'm crushing the water. So.
Good. All right. Right on.
Oh, man. Cool. Well, all right, guys. Episode 30.
In the books.
You
guys can find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and we really appreciate you listening. We'll see you next time.
See you guys later.